Hello and welcome to all of you. Today we start with the lecture number 3, module first. In this lecture, we are going to explain measurement of induction by using two bridges. One is the Maxwell bridge and second one is the Hay bridge. Maxwell bridge. Maxwell bridge can be used to measure the inductance by comparison either with the variable standard of cell inductance or with the standard variable capacitance. So arrangement of Maxwell bridge as shown in figure along with the phasor diagram. In this bridge arrangement, the value of unknown inductance is measured by comparison with the variable standard cell inductance. In show figure, the circuit arrangement and phasor diagram of Maxwell inductance bridge is under balance condition. The two branches B, C and CD are consist of non-inductive resistance R3 and R4. One of the arm AD is consist of variable resistance or inductance L2 and fixed internal resistance R2 connected in a series with the variable resistance R2. The remaining arm AB consists of unknown inductance Lx and unknown resistance Rx. The source current is applied to opposite junctions across AC and a null detector is connected to another two junctions B and D. Hence, the impedance for the four arms Z1 is equal to Rx plus j omega XL, Z2 is equal to R2 small r2, that is the internal resistance, and the standard well-known cell inductance j omega, that is the R in series. Then Z3 is equal to R3 and Z4 is equal to R4. At balance condition, Z1 into Z4, Z2 into Z3. So, put the values of Z1, Z4, Z2 and Z3. After putting the values, multiply, we can equating real and imaginary part in equation number 2.49. So, we can get the value of unknown resistance as well as the value of unknown inductance. So, from the equation, observe that two conditions for the bridge is balanced and expression terminal the unknown inductance value compare with the variable inductance. So, a fixed resistance. So, resistance R2 is decayed resistance in a box. So, what are the advantages of Maxwell bridge? The balance equation is independent of the losses associated with the inductance. So, balance equation does not relate to the losses of the inductance. Then frequency does not appear in any of the two balance equations. So, value of the inductance is independent of the frequency. The scale of the resistance can be calibrated to read inductance directly. It is very useful to measurement of wide range of inductance at power and audio frequency. So these are the advantages of Maxwell bridge. What are the disadvantages of Maxwell bridge? The bridge circuit is more complicated than the other bridges. It requires more number of components, increase the occupational complexity. The bridge cannot be easily shielded due to the additional junction points. So these are some drawbacks. Second one bridge to measure the inductance, that is Hay bridge. Hay bridge is a modification of Maxwell bridge. The connection diagram and phasor diagram for the Hay bridge as shown in figure. Hay bridge use the resistance with the series standard capacitor like Maxwell, which use the resistance in parallel with the capacitor. Let L1 is unknown inductance having resistance. R1, R2 and R3 are the known non-inductive resistance. C4 is the standard capacitor. So here is the Hay bridge, which consists of 4 arms. The B is a galvanometer, which shows another indication, means there is no current flow through. At balance condition, we get the equations. After solving these equations, multiplying, so we can separate imaginary and real parts. So we can get, solving about the equation, we can get the unknown value of an inductance from equation number 16.21. Again, we can put the values in terms of Q, that is factor of a coil. So we can express the unknown inductance and resistance contain the frequency term. Therefore, it appears the frequency of the source supply to the bridge must be accurate known. This is not true for the inductance when a high Q coil being measured in experiment as follows. Let L1 is equal to R2 R3 into C4 divided by 1 plus omega square C4 into R. But Q is equal to 1 upon omega C4 R4. Therefore, unknown inductance is equal to R2 into R3 into C4 divided by 1 plus 1 upon Q square. For the value of Q is greater than 10, the term 1 upon Q square will be smaller than 1 upon 100 can be neglected. Therefore, the above equation we can say that to calculate the unknown inductance in terms of the capacitance. So L1 is equal to R2 into R3 into C4, which is the same equation as Maxwell. Advantage of the Hay bridge. Hay bridge gives a very simple expression for the unknown inductance for high Q coils, and it is suitable for the coils having Q value greater than 10. Hay bridge also gives the simple expression to calculate the Q factor. Disadvantage: Hay bridge is suitable to measurement high Q indicators only, especially the indicators having the Q greater than 10. For indicators having Q values smaller than 10, the term 1 upon Q square in the expression for the inductor it becomes rather important, and that thus cannot be neglected. Hence, the Hay bridge is not suited measurement coil having Q less than 10. For the application of Maxwell bridge is more suitable. So, only one drawback of this Hay bridge is not suitable for those inductors having the value of Q is less than 10. It is only suitable for the measurement of unknown inductors. The coil having value Q is greater than 10. Otherwise, the suitable for Maxwell bridge. So in this review lecture, we can say that the measurement of the inductance by these two bridges, one is the Maxwell bridge and second one is the Hay bridge. Maxwell bridge is suitable for the coil having value less than 10, and it is not suitable for the value of coil is greater than 10, or we can say that the value of Q of an indicator or a coil is greater than 10, that time it will be the Hay bridge. So one of the basic point or difference between Maxwell and Hay bridge can be compared by the value of Q or Q factor. Thank you.